Hey, Cousin Jack here with another episode of Woodcarving Weekly, and this week we have exciting news about Doug Linker. Also, some exciting news from Alec Lacasse. There's an AI image, or is it, popping around social media lately. People are asking anyway, are these real carvings or AI? Well, I researched it and I'm going to tell you that story today. There's a brand new guide to all things wood carving from the Whittled Lovelies blog, a new video series from Lynn Doughty, and much, much more. I want to remind you that all of the resources that I mentioned here today, I'm going to have links for you. They'll be in the description right below this video. I also post the same links in the comments section a little bit further down on the page below this video. It'll make it easier for you to find all of these different resources. Let's get started. Well, we have big news out of Canada. Doug Linker has returned to YouTube. That's right. Just yesterday, Doug and his wife Sophie went live on YouTube, unannounced, and responded to viewer questions. They had sort of a Q&A session that lasted an hour and a half. During the conversation, Doug and Sophie both talk about some of the things that are happening in their lives. Doug shared that while he's been away for this 120 days, he tore his rotator cuff, and that also kind of set him back a little bit. Now you'll see that he has shaved his mustache, has a little different look. Doug talks about moving forward, really focusing on the types of projects that he likes to do and things that he enjoys. It's an interesting discussion, and I'll have a link for you that'll take you to that video because the entire session was recorded. Well, I've seen an amazing image popping up on social media recently on a number of different sites, and you may have seen it too. And people are asking, are these real carvings in this image? Or is this AI, which we see a lot of nowadays? It kind of makes you really appreciate the things that are handmade even that much more now. Well, I was curious, so I decided to get to the bottom of it and find out if this image was generated by AI or if what we're looking at are real objects. So let me show you a photo of this image. In this picture, you can see what appears to be a bunch of walnuts in a bowl. And it looks like someone has carved some very expressive faces into these walnuts. Well, my research led me to an artist by the name of Kirk Rhoda who lives in Detroit, Michigan. Kirk makes these little walnut faces, as he calls them, and then he sells them in his Etsy store. He also has an Instagram site with more art. It was interesting to know that the image was real. However, I also learned that these are not carvings. So what Kirk does, he takes a real walnut, cuts it open and hollows it out. Then he adds a little aluminum foil ball for an armature, and he sculpts the faces out of polymer clay, and then attaches the polymer clay to the walnut shell and paints it so that it's really seamless. It's very difficult to tell that the entire thing is not made of walnut. It's impressive artwork, and it is real. I'm going to have a link for you to Kirk's Instagram site where you can go and look at more of his art if you're interested. He also has a link there to his Etsy store. Well, in his new video, Alec Lacasse has some very exciting news to share. And in the video, you can see the very first physical copy of Alec's brand new book, Carving Faces in Wood. This is his first book, and he had a collaboration with Fox Chapel Publishing to make this thing become real. The book comes out in July, but you can pre-order it now, and a lot of folks already have. Alec mentions that his book is already #1 in the carving category on Amazon, and it's probably going to grow. There are plenty of opportunities for you to pre-order as well. Now in the video, you'll see some of the pages inside the book. Alec talks about the various projects that are included, male faces, female faces, and of course, lots and lots of content. He also mentions that in addition to writing this book, Alec did all of the photography for it, and he did most of the illustrations. All in all, he spent a lot of time over the past year bringing this book to reality. And it's great to see this success that he's already experiencing, even though the book is not out yet. I'll have a link for you to the video where you can go and learn more. And I have a link to where you can pre-order your copy. Well, Lynn Doughty recently uploaded a brand new video tutorial series. Well, I said new, but let me clarify that for you. This was newly uploaded to YouTube. However, this series of videos was recorded about 10 years ago. And I believe that Lynn originally recorded this and posted it on another social media outlet, and now it's being shared on YouTube. In this video, you'll see Lynn starting from a conceptual drawing and then carving a caricature of a Viking who's holding a shield in one hand and a flag in the other. Lynn has lots and lots of carving talent, and he shares that with you throughout the process. At the end, he also shows you how he goes about painting his caricatures. And if you've never seen Lynn's painting, I think you'll be impressed. As I mentioned, this is an older video, and so the image is 480p rather than HD, which is 1080p. And what does that mean? Well, it means that when you're looking at the video, you'll notice that the image is not as crisp as what you're used to seeing nowadays on YouTube. However, this is still worth a look. Well, up next, we'll visit East Sussex in the UK with Zed from Zed Outdoors. This time around, Zed is visiting with a master craftsman by the name of Richard Bingham, who's going to show us how to make a Sussex trug. And you may be saying, what in the world is a trug? That's what I was saying when I first heard that word. So I looked it up, and I learned that trug has some origins that go back a ways. So the trug is Old Anglo-Saxon, started from the word trog, which means boat-shaped vessel. And it has some linkage nowadays in the modern world. In German, trug is a verb form of carry. So it's a wooden basket is what it is. A trug is a wooden basket made by hand, and it's used for carrying flowers, vegetables, anything you want to fit into your trug, and they come in various sizes. Well, in this video, Richard Bingham is going to show you how he does make these trugs, and he's been making them for 44 years in his shop, all by hand. You'll see him using a froe, a shave horse, several different draw knives, a homemade knife, and some other tools. He also shows you how he steams the wood in order to form it and shape it into this basket. It was really fascinating to watch this video, and I think you'll enjoy seeing a master craftsman at work using these tools the way that it's been done for hundreds of years. Enjoy. Well, my friend Sarah has a brand new blog post over at Whittled Lovelies, and she's put together a really comprehensive list of resources that are great for anyone who's trying to get into wood carving. She has listed items about resources like finding tools and materials, an entire work plan, how to design and plan your carving projects, how to finish your carving projects. She also has links to resources like books, magazines, websites, and YouTube channels. Sarah also included a nice link to our Woodcarving Weekly program. And I just want to say, Sarah, I'm very grateful for your friendship and your support. Thank you very much. Make sure you go and check out this listing. It's not really just for beginners. Anyone who's interested in woodcarving will probably find something very interesting. And while you're there, make sure you subscribe to the Whittled Lovelies blog. Well, next we'll go to Wisconsin, where Dustin Stranke loves to be outdoors, and he likes to spend time outdoors with his cousin, Jordy. Dustin has a brand new video on his Chiseled Outdoors YouTube channel where he's carving a butternut frame that's going to go around one of Jordy's oil paintings. Now, in this video, you'll see Dustin using a combination of hand tools and power tools, rotary tools, to carve a pine needle and pine cone sort of pattern on this butternut frame. He does an amazing job. He's a very talented and skillful carver. What you'll also notice is that he's using a very unique sort of rocking or twisting motion with the gouge to create this bark pattern on the limbs that are appearing in this carving. So watch for that in the video. It's very interesting. At the end of the video, you'll see the finished product with the frame all finished and the painting in the center from Jordy. Go check it out. Up next, we'll introduce you to Tatiana Baldini. She's a professional woodcarving artist from Russia. Now, she specializes in chip carving. And in her new video, we're going to see her chip carving an hourglass pattern that she gifted herself as a birthday present. Now, on her channel altogether, she has more than 100 videos. And as I mentioned, these are primarily chip carving videos. In this one, it's really impressive to see her go through this intricate design and carve out some pretty difficult chips with nothing but one tool, a skew chisel. Like I said, that's pretty impressive. Now, in this video, there's no audio, but the video itself is well done, and it's easy to see the carving process, which is helpful for anyone who wants to learn. Go and take a look. Thanks for joining us again here at Woodcarving Weekly, and thanks for all the likes and for all the subscribers. Really appreciate your help and your support, folks. And if you want more great content, there's another video coming up right here that you might be interested in. See you next week.